back.
We're back.
If the camera's working.
This is the
If
live
the camera's not working,
It's working.
It's working. We're
It's
live
working.
now.
I won't cut that part out. I'll let you guys
We're
see.
live.
I'll let you
So-
guys see behind the madness that is this show.
Yeah, we're live.
so talking about
If we're
This
dead,
part
if we're dead, it wouldn't be a very good show.
No. Well, people who don't watch probably think we're dead. So they think
we
so.
might get more views.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Three dead walk. It's great.
Three dead men walking. Hey, that's the theme right there. The next season 27 for the zombie shows. There you go.
We've been threatened to be canceled.
That's probably going to happen.
So that's so sad.
need sponsors.
What
I
about
need
those
sponsors.
people watching out there? Our live audience. I
Well,
mean,
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well.
He's
you
at
know,
work right now.
My mom passed away this year, so that's one fewer.
Yeah, he's at work. He's not here right now. Go ahead. All right, so here we got where we
We
talking
got
about?
baseball. We're talking Machado. We're talking the trade, and you were saying if the Brewers got him, he was a difference maker. If he's a difference maker, the Dodgers already got into first place after a terrible start.
Right.
They got into first place without him.
Yep.
Does that seal the deal?
No.
No, they have to get some pitching too. They've got to. I think in the next 2 weeks you're going to see a lot of people getting pitching. Zach Britton is the name right now that's out there. I think Cole Hamels is going to end up someplace else. He may not be as effective as he would have been 5 years ago, but I think you're going to see pitching. And the Dodgers need pitching. The Yankees need pitching. The Braves have talked about getting pitching. Michael Moustakas was a name I heard about the Braves getting possibly also as a bat before the trading deadline. I love this time of year. I love all
You
the
say
deals.
that every time.
I love it.
You say
It's
it's
great.
getting close. In a couple of weeks, he's going to hate it.
I
So
will,
we'll have
because the
Pat.
Braves won't make a deal. They'll be in fifth. It'll be, but Machado to the Dodgers. I thought everybody said Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and then the Dodgers came in and picked
Scooped him up.
And they didn't give away my card.
They didn't give away Alex Verdugo. No, they didn't give him away. In fact, they didn't give away. I don't think they gave away that much. They gave away Diaz, who's hitting over 300 in the minors.
You want to know something
But I don't
interesting
think-
about
I thought
the
they
Padres?
got a deal.
I saw the list because for the Padres wound up getting the number 4 overall prospect in all of baseball from the Indians in the deal.
For Brad Hand.
Right. And that's not, I mean, that's not the number 4 prospect of
The Indians.
the Indians. That's the
Right.
number, and they had the list of the top 5 prospects. And it was kind of interesting. The top 2 prospects in Major League Baseball right now. And Peter Alonso isn't one of them. I think he is top 10, though. He's the Mets' number 1 prospect.
yeah.
He's wound up hitting the longest home run he had ever hit in his life in the Futures game.
Yeah. And the highest exit velocity of any home run anywhere.
That has ever been clocked.
Yeah.
Wow, I
Exit velocity with the degree of angle. No, I mean, it was, ideal. But he's top 10, but he's not the top 2. I just find it's so cool because of the names.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The number 1 prospect in all of baseball,
Julio?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Junior.
Yeah.
The number 2 prospect in all of baseball, Vladimir Guerrero
Junior.
Jr. Isn't that? I mean,
Yep. There's a lot of talk about him. He's
about little Vlad,
Yeah.
and little Fernando. I mean, little Fernando supposedly is
Yeah.
better. I
Better.
mean,
It's hard. They'll have a hard time being better than their dads. But okay, maybe. Maybe.
well, they'll never be able.
I mean,
Little Tatis
Gene-
will never be able to break the record his father set with grand slams in an inning.
What, 3?
No,
He won't hit 3?
He hit 2 grand slams.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. He won't
Yeah,
hit
he
3.
won't hit 3 off the same pitcher.
No, that'll never happen. Not in this day and
No.
age.
No.
Not unless it's
One
a
pitcher
position
give
player.
up 2 grand slams to the same batter.
Was he a position player?
It was Chan Ho Park.
Really?
His
Wow, they
position's
left
on the
him in there
bench
that
after
long?
He gave up a grand slam to Tatis, and 9 batters later, he gave up another grand slam to Tatis. That's
awesome.
why I'm like, that'll never.
That'll never happen because the pitcher wouldn't still be in there. I mean, who was mad at
Chan Ho.
at Chan
Yeah.
Ho at that point? The manager must have said, "Okay, you keep talking. Here you go. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
You can't get anybody out right
Stay
now,
out
so
there.
you just stay out there and see who."
Go ahead.
I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible managing in my book. I mean,
But yeah, so I mean, we
Position
got prospects,
player,
we got and things are moving, and I'll tell you with those guys, and one of the neat parts about it for fans like us, and it goes back a little bit of what we were talking about earlier, is yeah, it's their sons and whatever, and there's a junior at the end, but the name's recognizable.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the All-Star game, it started pretty good, but it's decided by people who you don't know. especially the relievers coming in out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there, they're warming up so and so, and I knew, Chris Sale, three straight. Here's one for you, and you won't get it, so I'll give you the answer right away. Chris Sale became the third guy ever to start 3 consecutive All-Star games.
Wow.
Isn't that, which
Lefty Gomez
Very good.
was one.
yeah.
Was that right? Yeah, bingo! Take it back, Jack. Who didn't get one right? I did not know that answer was coming.
And
Gomez.
let's go while
Don
you're at it.
Drysdale.
Same era. At least
Same era,
he's
yeah,
close.
he's in the era.
Gibson.
And you got I'll tell you the thing. Here's one. We'll see how good he is.
Who was the
thing
other
that Don Drysdale has in common with the correct answer? Their first and last initials are the same letter.
Oh gosh.
That's a
good. That's a
the good ones.
He told me. I
not
don't know.
DD.
Oh, okay. So that would be that's what I was thinking.
No,
that's
but
what you
same.
said.
No, I said their first and last initial are the same letter, but not the same letters as Don Drysdale.
So not D's.
Not D's.
Wow.
But it's something in common, And it's not Freddie Freeman.
No, he didn't do well. I don't know.
It's not
I'll take it back.
Robin Roberts
Oh, I should have got that. I met him
at USF. He
at
was
USF.
USF's
I
pitcher.
met him,
He was USF's head coach there for a while.
but I didn't meet him then. I met him after he was no longer the head coach. But I met him in a golf tournament. He would always come play in their golf tournament, and met him.
Lefty Gomez, Robin Roberts, and Chris Sale.
Chris Sale.
And obviously Chris Sale can become the only 4-time next year,
Yeah, and
Or-
probably will.
or a 4th person can join that list.
Really. Who started for the National League?
There you go.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
the only guy who started his 2nd consecutive game. It was the same 2 starting pitchers this year as last year.
Who started for the National League? I don't know.
I just drew a blank on him. I can see him.
See
I
him
watched the
play.
whole game. I mean,
I didn't watch the first part of the
If
game.
we had the box score, we'd have him as the
Yeah,
losing.
losing-
Oh no,
no, he wasn't
the
losing.
The game
No.
got tied.
Yeah, he didn't lose.
The game
the
got tied.
Brewers guy lost. The Brewers
It wasn't a Brewers guy.
No, who was it?
they lost the game.
No, who lost? Who was the starting pitcher?
What?
Who was the starting pitcher? I don't know. So tell me. Please tell us. We're running out of time here.
Are we?
I don't remember.
Dead time. Dead
Who
time.
started for the?
This is you have to edit this part out. This is terrible.
Sherman?
This is
What?
Sherman?
Scherzer.
Sure, yeah, Max Scherzer.
It was
Thank you, Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer.
Thank you very much. I just had
Starting
a
at home.
Starting at home, Max Scherzer.
brain blank.
Edit that. That's not.
No,
good.
I'm not editing that.
terrible.
This
But
is time
see,
is going
and
to
Max
They're
Scherzer's
gonna
a
get canceled.
star, and he's someone we know. And he's the one
Just blanked on
before
it
the
completely.
before the no-name guys came in. DeGrom looked good.
Yeah. Does he get dealt?
See, but these guys, but look at Scherzer. Scherzer goes in there and strikes out the first batter and he's looking great and gets out, and then all of a sudden gave up 1 hit. It went 420 feet to Judge,
Right.
But that was the thing. It was all or nothing, and you've been
told you
saying
that's the way it was
that
gonna
about
be.
the way hitters are.
I told you that was the way the All-Star game was going to be. Home runs and strikeouts.
How many
what it was.
hits? How many hits did we have in the game?
There was 20 hits in the game
20 hits in
20
the
hits
game,
in
and
the
10
game.
of them left the yard.
and 10 left the yard.
Half of the hits were home runs.
Yeah.
We had how many runs? We had 14 runs.
14 runs.
13 of the runs were
Scored on home runs.
scored on home runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 8 of the home runs were solo shots
Yes.
because they are not getting people on because
Because they're not hitting. Yeah. I mean, it's who can hit the home run.
and strikeout city.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of been the motto when you have power pitchers dominating in an All-Star game. That's what it's going to be.
Every guy, that was amazing. Every guy was 98, 99, 100. Every guy. It was just amazing. Remember when?
But let me get this. Let me ask you this: as a batter, if everybody's 68, everybody's 68. All right, everybody's 68. So you see somebody 68, then you see somebody 48. You're like, oh, that's horrible, right? That throws you off. The knuckle guy at 48, and you go into a 4-day slump, right? You bump it up. Everybody's 89, 89 to 90, 87 to 92. Everybody's 87 to 92. You get used to seeing that as a batter. 87 to 92 looks like 87 to 92. 95 looks a lot faster. 72 looks a lot slower.
Yeah.
If everybody's throwing 98, 99,
You
eventually it all looks the same. So
And
who's
there's
going
the
to throw
movement.
105 and who's going to throw the 78 mile-an-hour fastball guy that's going to end up making everybody go into a slump because nobody can hit the soft toss and
that's
lefty.
your Aroldis Chapman. He throws the 105, and it gets people out.
Right.
That's all he's,
But he
because
throw
it's-
99 now. It's like, oh,
it's
okay, no big deal.
Correct.
And not being able to hit the 12-mile-an-hour fastball myself, I mean, when you're at 99 or 105, is there that much of a difference as far
You
as
wanna know what's
what it looks
It's
interesting?
what you get used to seeing. That's
That's what
the
I'm saying.
thing. So you get used to timing your swing, whatever the time is. Right? And I think that's why there's a lot of strikeouts. Because you don't have a whole lot of time to decide swing or don't swing. I mean,
And these
that's
guys, and
it.
I know these guys are major league players and professionals and everything like that, but speaking to a high school player, my son, and we were talking about facing Hunter.
Mhm.
Hunter's senior year before he joined the Florida Gators. And he goes, it's 96, 97, and yes, you can hit it because you see it every now and then, but in the back of your mind, you're a little scared. And at the major league level, when people went in to face Nolan Ryan, there was this little fear factor in the thing about now all of a sudden you throw in real tight, you get warned, and all of a sudden everything winds up happening. But that difference between 98, 98, 98, when you've got that guy that throws 101,
And you know they're not going to miss.
but they throw 101, 102, there is a difference, isn't there?
98
In the
to
back-
101? No. There's no difference in the back of your mind. There,
No,
he's gonna
in the
hit
back
you.
of your mind of
No,
being.
no. I mean, the question would be, is
I
he
guess
wild?
98 doesn't feel very good either.
No, 98 and 101
No.
ain't going to matter. I mean, if you get hit with that, it's going to hurt. But that's the thing is, you know these guys aren't going to do that anymore. You don't have the guys who throw one over your head just to mess with you like Randy Johnson used to do. Because now you get fined, and now there's a different era. It's a different era. I mean, knocking somebody down used to be part of the game.
Right.
Now it's not part of the game anymore. We talk about it all
And
the
the
time.
Randy Jones, those guys that used to come in.
Drysdale.
Oh, Drysdale would own the inner
Yeah,
part.
he would own it.
No, but Randy Jones, all of a sudden, when he won the Cy Young back in the
70s, right.
70s or whatever, everyone at that time was 85 to 89. You had a few guys throwing in the 90s, and it was
Right.
big and everything like that. And he comes in throwing his 80-mile-an-hour fastball and 72-mile-an-hour curveballs, and he won the Cy Young.
Yep.
Can that happen today?
I think it could. I don't know that it will because everyone is in their farm system looking for power pitchers.
That's exactly.
You don't have a pitcher anymore. You have throwers.
I was going to say that. That's why I'm lying right there. Because you can do it, but you're never going to get noticed, and you're never going to get signed.
You're not going to get signed. You're just not going to. You're not going to progress up the level enough to have a shot. The only way that might happen is if you get somebody who's throwing 95, 96, and they have Tommy John, and they come back and they don't get back to 95, 96, and they decide, okay, I'm going to rely more on my curveballs because I'm not a power pitcher anymore. But they've already been there.
Yes.
That's the only way. Bartolo Colon, you're writing Bartolo.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
You have to have.
He can throw strikes.
Yeah,
He knows how to command pitches. He knows how to mix speeds. He's not blowing anyone away.
but
He's hitting his spots.
you get wins. If you can win, but you have to have a shot to do that. And most people aren't willing to give the guy a shot at the Division
game,
One level
out of the break.
or out of high school level. You're not going to draft that kid who's throwing 70 miles an hour, who can pitch on the corners.
It's all about
It's
the
all
gun.
on the gun. It's not
Yeah.
can you get people out anymore. And again, it goes back to the same thing. I'm going to say it this time in the second half, like I said it in the first half. If your travel ball teams are all all-stars, everybody's going to throw hard. Everybody's going to throw hard. Everybody's going to throw hard. And there's no place for a guy to learn how to pitch except in a baseball academy where they're teaching pitching. And what do they teach? Max effort, throw the ball hard, because that's what people are looking for.
And I need 25 pitches out of you, 2 innings, and
That's it.
and we'll find someone else, and I'll use
Good
you
job.
again in 3 or 4 days.
Good
And
job.
that's what the major leagues is.
And
And we talked about that with the Rays' little strategy. Hey,
There,
your
there are
job is-
there are no guys who are ever going to get the innings that the pitchers in the 70s racked up
No.
in their career. So 300 wins, I don't think is going to be the benchmark for very long to get in the Hall of Fame. It'll be 200 because guys just don't pitch that many innings to get that many wins.
I agree.
Here's an interesting stat, and I knew one, Tony Perez, the 16th inning home run, and okay, how many extra inning home runs have been hit in All-Star game history?
3.
3. How many were hit in the 10th inning?
3.
4.
Oh, or 4. I went to bed before the 4th one. I went to sleep because it was so
Before
late.
the National
Before the
League
National League
with
scored.
theirs.
Yeah, well, they scored their single home run in the 10th. I went to sleep.
That's mind blowing.
It is.
And
In
again,
the history
Astros
of the
own
All Star
Dodgers.
game, there has been 3.
How many All-Star
and in
games
one
have gone
inning,
into extra innings?
What?
How many All-Star games have gone into extra innings? I don't know the answer to that question.
Quite a few. And if you think about it, the one the one that Tony Perez hit the walk-off on, you know, the other one was who? It wasn't Ted Williams. Spoken to Yogi Berra, and it was one of those big-time studs. Golly, if I could look at the
We'll
list
look
of
it up.
the 3 previous ones,
We'll get it.
comes up. Yogi Berra caught all 12 games of that All-Star
12 innings.
game.
12
All 12 innings
All
of
12
the
innings.
All-Star game.
We got to go.
Okay?
We're out of time. Wrap
And
the story.
real quick, so and without the guy, it's kind of bad.
We'll
but
leave
he
with
steps
that
up
next
in the bottom of the 12th. Yogi Berra is there. He goes, "You look tired." He goes, "This is an exhibition All-Star game." He goes, "I'll end it for you." Boom, ball game. That was one. Tony Perez, whoever this guy was, and one other. And
What is your team going to do? Let us know.
We'll
Get on-
see you
get on our
guys. Get a
Facebook
chance,
page.
go watch some baseball. Play
Heck
some
yeah.
baseball if you get a chance.
Play
Play some wiffle ball in your backyard with your kids. Have a great week.
Peace.